So, types of firms. Now, I've spoken before about the hierarchy of strategy firms, big four, sort of middle management firms, and the big IT outsourcing implementers. A different way of cutting up the industry is this graphic here, which shows you the average revenue of consultants and also the size of the consultancy. On the x-axis, the average revenue per consultant. On the y-axis. This is interesting because it really allows you to see the differences between the big IT implementers, the big strategy firms, and the big four consulting firms. Now, the interesting thing is that the big four are growing, certainly on their consulting arms, they're growing at a massive rate. So again, if you're interested in riding a wave, those big four firms are ones perhaps to target. The oddball here are the boutique firms. The boutique firms can offer you very badly paid jobs, doing very menial work, all the way through to work that's £8,000 a day or $10,000 a day, and really exciting work. So you really need to do your research if you're going to be going for those boutique firms. A different way of cutting up the industry is consultancies by depth and breadth. So some consultancies offer a whole range of services in different sectors, different services in different geographies, others very narrowly focused. The narrowly focused ones, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't work for them. In fact, some people might be better suited to working with smaller consultancies, but it does mean that you're not going to get the prestige, the brand name that you would have got with the larger firms. One key thing I want to mention is that when people are comparing pay, they very often compare the strategy firms, McKinsey, Bain and Boston Consulting Group, MBB, with Big Four consulting. Now that's not a fair comparison. If you're going to compare it to the Big Four, then compare it to the Big Four strategy consulting arms. And the Big Four strategy consulting arms are very similar to the McKinsey, Bain and Boston Consulting Group. They might not have quite the same prestige and they might not have quite the same level of influence, but the pay is very similar, the investment in you in terms of training is very similar, and they offer very good packages. And the brand is still very good. You know, if you work for Strategy Plus or Parthenon, EY, you're going to be, you know, on your CV that's going to look fantastic, and the experience you get is going to be fantastic too.